The Massacre at St. Andrew Hospital Part 8. Something changed. The broadcast continues, but the rhythm is off now, as Diane takes a moment longer than expected before speaking. Glancing briefly toward the control room, she steadies herself and asks Paul to focus, reminding him they are live and asking him to explain what he meant about being watched. Paul doesn't answer immediately, his attention still fixed somewhere beyond the cameras. Diane repeats the question, more firmly this time, but her voice carries a slight hesitation that wasn't there before. Paul finally responds, saying the feeling isn't new, that it started before the hospital, before the storm, and never really stopped. Diane tries to redirect, asking for clarity, but Paul shakes his head slowly. "You don't feel it yet," he says quietly. A brief silence follows as Diane tries to maintain control, shifting her posture and continuing the interview as if nothing has changed. She asks him to stay on topic, to describe the night clearly and avoid speculation. Paul lets out a small breath but doesn't look at her. "It's not speculation." The words land with quiet certainty, and Diane presses again, asking what exactly he believes is happening right now. Paul finally turns toward her, his expression no longer uncertain, but focused on a way that feels different. He tells her that something changed when they said the name, Caroline. Diane pauses, just for a moment, before responding, asking what that has to do with anything happening now. Paul's gaze shifts again, slower this time, scanning the space just beyond the lights. His voice lowers as he answers. "It's closer." The studio feels tighter, though nothing has physically changed, and Diane glances again toward the control room. For a brief moment, she seems to expect someone to step in, to interrupt, but no one does. The silence stretches longer than it should. "Paul," she says carefully, "we're still live." He nods once. "I know." A brief silence follows, heavier than before, as Diane gathers herself and continues, asking him directly what he thinks is in the room. Paul doesn't answer right away, his breathing slightly uneven now, his focus drifting again. When he finally speaks, his voice is quieter than before. It doesn't come in. A pause. It's already here. Commercial break. Bright music cuts in abruptly, louder than expected, breaking the tension too quickly. A cheerful voice begins speaking about home security and peace of mind, showing clean images of quiet homes and empty hallways. The tone is reassuring, controlled, normal. "We monitor everything, so you don't have to." The screen shows a security feed of a hallway, still and silent. The image lingers longer than expected, the camera fixed, unmoving, as if waiting for something to appear. Then the feed flickers once, briefly, before cutting to black. The broadcast returns, but Diane is already mid-sentence, as if no time has passed at all. She stops suddenly, her expression tightening slightly, as if she's lost her place for just a moment. Paul is still looking in the same direction. "Did we?" she begins, then stops, correcting herself. "Paul," answered the question. Her voice is controlled, but thinner now, less certain than before. Paul doesn't respond immediately, his attention still fixed off camera. When he finally speaks, his tone is calm, almost too calm. It moved. Diane's composure slips, just slightly, as she follows his gaze again, scanning the same empty space. There is nothing there, nothing visible, nothing that should cause concern. But the longer she looks, the more the silence presses in. "There's nothing there," she says, but her voice doesn't carry the same certainty. Paul nods slowly. "I know." A pause. That's the problem. The studio feels smaller now, the air heavier, as Diane tries to continue the interview. She asks him what he means, but her voice catches slightly, just enough to notice. Paul leans forward just a fraction. It's adjusting. Silence. Diane doesn't respond right away, her attention flicking once more toward the control room. Still nothing, still no interruption. Paul's voice drops, barely above a whisper. "It's learning where we look." The red live light continues to blink, steady and unchanged, as if everything is still perfectly normal. Stay tuned, Part 9.